Do you ever want to play a sport you love for money? Do you want to just get paid for the natural talents you have? Whether you like playing football or not, or are you guys like me who would rather play football for the rest of your life? All of us are affected by this industry. I am not what you call a professional football player, but I know a lot about the sport. But I have always loved the idea of going to the NFL Combine, so I have researched a lot on the NFL. I feel I learned enough to fill you all in on some fun facts. Today I will tell you a little bit about the NFL. I will talk to you about how you can play in the NFL. Next, I will talk to you about some of the things you need to train for the NFL Combine for this industry. And lastly, I will talk about how much some players are being paid in the NFL. Here I will discuss some of the things you can do to play in the NFL. You will need to make sure that your body is flexible, healthy, and strong to prevent injuries, to be able to compete with all other players. If you're trying to get drafted from college, you will need to have good grades to be able to play football in college, to be able to show off your talents and market yourself for NFL teams according to football operations. Now I have told you the necessary things to play in the NFL. I will talk to you about some different things to train for in the combine. I will do that. How I will cover that. Here I will cover a few areas you will need to train for the NFL combine. The things you will want to train for is the events in the combine. The main one is the 40-yard dash. It's very important because a lot of teams are looking for that attribute to be fast. Secondly, you will want to train for the broad jump, the broad and vertical jump. This will show your attributes, your ability to jump in different directions. Lastly, you will need to train for the three cone drill. It's This allows you to show your abilities to accelerate and make different cuts at different speeds according to YouTube where I got the source. Now that I have discussed some of the many things that you need to train for the combine, I will finally discuss how much players can be paid. Lastly, I will talk about how much players are paid. According to CNBC, every year that there are every year that they are on the roster and active, players are guaranteed an interest in increasing their pay. All players with 3 years experience would command a salary equal to at least $700,000, while players with 7 to 9 years on the field must be paid at least 950 $15,000. Today I have told you a little bit about the NFL. I told you about some of the things you can do to play in the NFL, some different things you can train for in the combine, and finally I have told you about how much players can be paid. I began this speech describing the NFL as something I've wanted to do and something I'm very passionate about. And now you know a little bit more about the NFL.